Aries, welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be one reading from the 4th to the 11th of July. If you want to know more about the Astroflower, there's loads of links in the description below. Your support is really welcome, so subscriptions and clicking that bell would really help out. Right, let's get straight into what's going on for you. This is the relationship side, this is the financial sort of side, money sort of side, this is the overall energy. This is the karmic messages that are coming in for you and regarding to your relationships and your money side. And this is the outcome and the leading into next week, the energy going into next week. Let's just see what's going on here. It's preparing you. So it's not, this change is not here yet. It's probably in the next, I would say around about the sort of between the sort of 15th to the 21st of July. It's pretty much around that sort of period, basically because I've done the July readings as well. So you guys, you play a particular role in this month of July. You should go down and see your readings. You'll be able to see it there. Let's just see what the overall energy is here. It's coming from the base, so it's coming from understanding, fundamental understandings, which are going to readjust how you position yourself in the outside world, basically. Let's see what's going on the karmic message going on for your relationship side. It's coming in. It's allowing the relationships to provide a wholesome, joyous environment rather than you having to do it. It's been very particular over the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks in your readings, if you've seen on the Astroflower, where there's been a lot of pressure on you to move forward and to keep instigating, to be that pillar of that sort of group of friends, family, even within your couple, and that sort of thing. And this sort of side here is now sort of kind of saying, take a breather and enjoy what life can bring around you. Okay, so the Two of Swords. Yeah, I think it's a case of here of sort of saying, if you're allowing life into you, there's no decisions really to be made. So don't tie yourself up in knots. That's what it's sort of saying to me this week for you. Your mission this week is not to tie yourself up in knots. Okay? Don't get involved too much in major decisions to be made. That, things are going to be coming to a head. I would have thought after the 11th. So it'd be, interesting to see what the reading is next week as well. Let's see how the universe is trying to influence this sort of like path. The universe here is sort of, it's allowing you to see both sides of the coin. And in seeing both sides of the coin, you can then start making decisions about what you think is worthwhile investing in, your time in and your effort into your relationships. And it could be a case of sort of saying, okay, with my family members, it's like this, and this is how I should sort of help these relationships to grow, or and within my couple, it's like this, it's slightly different. And it's showing you both sides of the coin, so then basically you can almost streamline your relationships a lot better. Yeah, walking away from certain aspects and certain relationships, or maybe certain things that in life that not really giving you any success anymore, really. It's like a stepping stone between one side of the river to the other. That stepping stone is really important when you've got to put your foot down on it. But once you're past it, it's in the past and you've got to keep going across that river. And I think this is where the universe is trying to help you out, to see both sides of that coin, to see the idea of the things that probably don't serve you anymore, doesn't serve anybody in any relationships anymore. Therefore, it'd be best if you just walk towards the sun, walk towards happiness, and walk away from something when you do that. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence you here. these guys here are these are all about creation. This guide's all about sort of like almost the physical world in a way, coincidences, that sort of thing. And here they're doing like a tallies job, you know, they're like a bank teller, you know, and they're counting off things, kind of going, okay, here's the pile of fives, here's the pile of tens, and what have you. And they're sorting things out, getting things out, noting things down for you. They're not necessarily interacting much with you, but they're really doing like a lot of background sort of background work. It's coming in quick. Yeah, I think they've got to do this work because it is coming in quick. I think this change here, as I said, I think is from the 15th to the 21st, around that period for you guys. And yeah, so they've got to do a lot of work now in order to prepare for it. This is why I think it's a good week for you to sort of take time out and just enjoy, as it were. And you know, they may be working overtime for you, and you may not see them much because they're working overtime. And this is why you've got to learn to not tie yourself up in knots. Yeah. Because your guides are very busy working for you on the periphery, on working on things that are coming down, barreling down the line for you. Let's see how the guides are trying to influence that conversation that is within you. This is quite nice. This is really nice. It's like, because if you take that time, then you can realise that, you know, Johnny likes soccer or football. So, you kind of, you're in town, you kind of think, oh, look, there's a football there. Maybe I could get Johnny a football. He'd like that. Or, you know, Mavis would like a nice floppy hat. You know, she's been talking about it for ages and you happen to see one in town. It's that sort of thing. It's in, you know, it's discovering your softer side, I think, this week. And I think that's going to encourage inside you that conversation about that. And that is going to help to make that ending of one period and moving on to another. So the Hangman, seeing things differently. Yeah, I think it's, you know, I thought of you, I saw this and I thought of you, so I bought it. Sort of scenario. And surprising people of how you are. Surprising people of, you know, that beautiful side that you have that is very loving and but actually, you know, expressing it in physical sort of terms. So yeah, I would yeah, I'd let yourself go this week, Aries. Okay, let's see what's going on the financial sort of side of life. There's a bit more worry on this side, but I don't think worry is in sort of like I'm losing money. More worry about kind of like there's a lot of work on. And if you haven't got a job or something like that, you're probably working overtime to get a job. It seems to be regardless, you know. Concentrate on the things that are actually working for you. So, community. Yeah, it's as I say, I think there's a lot on for you, and it's maybe a case where you know, your business is progressing. It's very busy. Therefore, you might have to increase your staff, and it makes you think about, you know, how do the staff people fit together in their personalities. We do a thing on the Astroflower of how you can work out who the best person is to employ according to the astrology sign and stuff like that. For the next person within your business. And it's encouraging and allowing and almost encouraging that community factor within your job or within your business or your project. So then actually it frees you up and allows you as well to profit from the whole sort of situation. Let's see, if there's anything to do with you know, getting involved with a team or anything like that, I would definitely go for it, because it's going to bring you space and happiness and open up different things in your life in regards to sort of money, finances, and your business. Let's just see what's going on here on how the universe is sort of like influencing that sort of karmic path. Seems to be a lot of things coming in for you. It's foundation stuff. So let's say like you wanted to start another line in your business, and therefore you got to find the base product in order to make that product, in order to sell that product. And it's like there's a lot of connections coming in that are fundamental for any sort of progressions you want to do in the future. Happiness. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the ingredient that's missing within you. You know, enjoying your business, and making your business an enjoyable, or you know, enjoying your job and allowing that job to be in a better place for you in regards to the world around you. But better in the way that you enjoy it more, therefore it becomes more productive, and etc. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence your path. But so I think the universe is trying to encourage you to look at the little ingredients and see what is working for you, and make sure that there's a lot of happiness involved in it. Let's see how the guides are trying to influence this karmic path. They're trying to install a bit of passion as well. And being passionate about that community, being passionate about making sure everybody's okay. Yeah, maybe it's that passion of what the reason you started on this career path, the reason you started this job. That could well be it. That you're realizing that actually there's the aspects that I do enjoy about it is the reason I came into this profession, or the reason I'm doing this particular type of job. And I would encourage you to rediscover that within you. And rediscovering it within you is going to feed into that death and rebirth card. You know, into that 15th of July. Let's see how the guides are trying to influence that the conversation that is within you. So just don't forget where you've come from, and make sure, you know, what the reasons you came into it were healthy reasons and pleasurable reasons. It's a little bit like the Hangman, of seeing things in a different way, doing things differently. But here is seizing on opportunities that maybe others may not see. So Ace of Swords, good victory card. Good victory card, and the start of that journey. So seeing like someone within your business or in your job that no one else really sort of pays much attention to, and you look at them and you kind of say, do you know what, they'd be really good in marketing, for example, and they're not really in marketing at the moment. And it might be encourage them to take the step forward. So then that means marketing works a lot easier than if you're, say, like the head of sales, or you're in sales, then, you know, your selling may be a lot easier because the marketing is easier, if you know what I mean. It's almost that the product's already been sold in advance. It's that sort of thing. It's seeing the opportunities by looking in there and mentally sort of saying that could work. And it's going to provide victories for you. And if you start doing that, it's definitely going to feed into this death and rebirth, basically. There's going to be a renewal within you. There's no doubt about it. In the next sort of like 2 or 3 weeks, a new invigoration into your energies. Let's just see how that sort of goes, because you're moving into springtime as well, which is really important. Let's just see what the outcome is and the overall energy. Keep you cool. Rome wasn't built in a day. So it's sort of saying here that you can see the opportunities, you're starting to act on those opportunities, but by the time they filter through and then put into action, you may not see the results as yet. But staying true and clear thinking would be really good for you to concentrate on the longer term plan. I think it depends on how you install this happiness within your work area, will actually make the opportunities here a lot greater. Huge opportunities. So Page of Swords, absolutely beautiful, really. I was wondering, did you have another page about? No, you didn't. It was the other fire signs. Yeah, so Page of Swords, it's going to, you know, build up a lot of ideas and possibilities. And the ideas of possibilities coming from understanding that you know within you. So it's knowing that, as I said on this card here, on the Ace of Swords, it's knowing that opportunity or seeing that opportunity that no one else can see. And it's going to provoke a lot of ideas. And when those ideas are put into place, that's when the death and rebirth actually gets implemented. And it's all about preparing at the moment for that. Okay, so there you go, Aries. I hope this helps you out for this coming week. The Astroflower is there in order to get the best out of no matter what situation you're going through, good or bad. Yeah, if you want to help us here on this channel, it would be most appreciated. And that support is done through subscribing and clicking that bell. It's very easy to do to join the Astroflower family. You can do it right now. You can also find a lot of stuff over on Instagram as well. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.